National Electrical Code Section 240.1 C states that electrical installations shall be protected from moisture and condensation that is likely to interfere with safe operation. Section 310.8 C states that conductors installed in wet locations shall be listed for such use. Storm surge introduces salt water into electrical systems, potentially accelerating corrosion and damaging insulation. NM cable insulation is not specifically rated for exposure to saltwater. Given the potential long-term effects of saltwater exposure on electrical conductors, it is advisable to consider replacing conductors that have been submerged in storm surge. This includes conductors within flooded panels, or replace all conductors within panels that have been submerged. For conductors in submerged areas, replace all conductors that have been submerged in floodwaters. For conductors in inaccessible areas, if conductors are located in inaccessible areas that may have been submerged, consider replacing all conductors in that area. Additional considerations include electrical inspections. Require a thorough electrical inspection by a qualified electrician before energizing any flooded electrical system. Documentation. Keep detailed records of the inspection and any repairs made. Code compliance. Ensure that all repairs meet the requirements of the local electrical code. Insurance claims. Advise homeowners to contact their insurance companies to report the flooding and potential damage to electrical systems. Jurisdictional differences. It is important to note that different authorities having jurisdiction, or ODs, may have varying requirements regarding flooded electrical systems. Consult with the local authority having jurisdiction for specific guidance in the specific area. While it is understandable to want to save homeowners money by repairing rather than replacing wiring, the safety and long-term reliability of the electrical system must be prioritized. In cases of storm surge damage, it is advisable to replace submerged conductors to avoid potential future problems caused by saltwater corrosion. In greater detail, let's explore the implications of these recommendations. Firstly, Section 240.1 C of the National Electrical Code, Protection from Dampness, emphasizes the critical need to shield electrical installations from moisture and condensation. This is because moisture can significantly compromise the safe operation of electrical systems. Dampness can lead to corrosion of metallic components, reduction in insulation resistance, and ultimately, electrical faults such as short circuits or ground faults. The NEC mandates this protection to prevent such hazards and ensure the longevity and safety of electrical installations. Secondly, Section 310.8 C. Wet locations addresses the selection of conductors for use in environments where they are likely to be exposed to moisture or water. This section requires that conductors installed in wet locations be specifically listed and labeled for such use. These conductors are designed with insulation materials that are resistant to water absorption and degradation, ensuring that they maintain their insulating properties even when exposed to moisture. Using conductors that are not listed for wet locations can lead to premature failure and safety hazards. The impact of storm surge on wiring is substantial. Storm surge introduces salt water, which is highly corrosive, into electrical systems. Salt water can accelerate the corrosion of metallic components such as conductors, connectors, and enclosures. Additionally, salt water can degrade the insulation of electrical wiring, reducing its ability to prevent electrical leakage and short circuits. This degradation can lead to increased energy consumption, overheating, and potentially electrical fires. Moreover, the presence of salt water can create conductive pathways, increasing the risk of electrical shock. Considering these factors, it is crucial to address the impact of storm surge on electrical systems to ensure safety and prevent long-term damage. NM cable, or non-metallic sheath cable, is commonly used in residential wiring. However, its insulation is not specifically rated for prolonged exposure to saltwater. While NM cable may withstand incidental moisture, submersion in saltwater can cause the insulation to break down over time. This breakdown can lead to electrical faults and safety hazards. Therefore, in areas affected by storm surge, it is essential to carefully evaluate the condition of NM cable and consider replacing it if it has been submerged. The recommended approach to dealing with electrical systems affected by storm surge involves several key steps. Firstly, conductors within flooded panels should be replaced. Electrical panels are particularly vulnerable to saltwater damage, as they contain numerous connections, circuit breakers, and other components that can corrode easily. Submerged panels should have all conductors, including branch circuit wiring and feeder conductors, replaced to ensure the integrity of the electrical system. Secondly, conductors in submerged areas should also be replaced. Any wiring that has been submerged in floodwaters, regardless of its location, should be replaced. This includes wiring in walls, ceilings, and underground conduits. The rationale is that saltwater can wick up through the insulation of the conductors, causing hidden damage that may not be immediately apparent. Replacing these conductors is a proactive measure to prevent future problems. Thirdly, conductors in inaccessible areas should be carefully evaluated. If conductors are located in areas that are difficult to access, such as behind walls or under floors, and there is a possibility that they may have been submerged, it is advisable to consider replacing them. This is because it may be challenging to thoroughly inspect these conductors for damage. Replacing them provides peace of mind and reduces the risk of future electrical problems. In addition to these specific recommendations, there are several additional considerations to keep in mind when dealing with storm-damaged electrical systems. Firstly, a thorough electrical inspection by a qualified electrician is essential before energizing any flooded electrical system. The inspection should identify any damaged components, insulation breakdown, or other safety hazards. The electrician should use appropriate testing equipment to assess the condition of the wiring and ensure that it is safe to energize. Secondly, detailed records of the inspection and any repairs made should be maintained. These records can be valuable for insurance claims, future maintenance, and documentation of code compliance. The record should include the date of the inspection, the name of the electrician, a description of the work performed, and any materials used. Thirdly, all repairs should meet the requirements of the local electrical code. This ensures that the electrical system is brought back to a safe and compliant condition. The electrician should be familiar with the applicable codes and standards and should follow them diligently. Fourthly, homeowners should be advised to contact their insurance companies to report the flooding and potential damage to electrical systems. Insurance coverage may help to cover the cost of repairs and replacement. The homeowner should provide the insurance company with detailed information about the damage and the recommendations of the electrician. It is important to note that different authorities having jurisdiction or may have varying requirements regarding flooded electrical systems. The AHJ is the local governing body responsible for enforcing electrical codes and standards. It is essential to consult with the local AHJ for specific guidance in the affected area. The AHJ may have additional requirements or recommendations based on local conditions and past experiences with storm damage. In conclusion, while it is understandable to want to save homeowners money by repairing rather than replacing wiring, the safety and long-term reliability of the electrical system must be prioritized. In cases of storm surge damage, it is advisable to replace submerged conductors to avoid potential future problems caused by saltwater corrosion. This approach ensures that the electrical system is restored to a safe and reliable condition, protecting the homeowners and their property. Let's delve deeper into the practical aspects of assessing and remediating storm-damaged electrical systems. When evaluating the extent of water damage, begin by de-energizing the entire electrical system to prevent the risk of electric shock. This involves turning off the main breaker at the service panel. Next, conduct a visual inspection of all accessible electrical components, including the service panel, sub-panels, outlets, switches, light fixtures, and appliances. Look for signs of water damage, such as corrosion, rust, discoloration, or the presence of mud or debris. Pay close attention to the condition of the wiring insulation. If the insulation appears brittle, cracked, or waterlogged, it is likely compromised and needs to be replaced. Use a multimeter to test the insulation resistance of the wiring. A lower insulation resistance reading indicates that the insulation has been damaged and is no longer providing adequate protection. When inspecting electrical panels, carefully examine the circuit breakers for signs of corrosion or damage. Check the bus bars, which are the metal strips that distribute electricity within the panel, for corrosion or pitting. If the panel shows signs of significant corrosion, it should be replaced entirely. Outlets and switches that have been submerged in water should also be replaced. Water can seep into these devices and cause corrosion, leading to malfunctions or electrical hazards. Light fixtures that have been exposed to water should be inspected for damage to the wiring, sockets, and ballasts. If the fixtures show signs of corrosion or water damage, they should be replaced. Appliances that have been submerged in water should be thoroughly inspected by a qualified appliance repair technician. Water can damage the internal components of appliances, leading to safety hazards or malfunctions. It is important to ensure that all electrical work is performed by a licensed and qualified electrician who is familiar with the local electrical codes and standards. The electrician should obtain the necessary permits and inspections to ensure that the work is performed safely and in compliance with regulations. When replacing wiring, use conductors that are listed for wet locations. These conductors are designed with insulation materials that are resistant to water absorption and degradation. Ensure that all connections are properly made and that the wiring is securely supported to prevent stress and strain on the conductors. After the electrical work is completed, conduct a final inspection to ensure that all components are functioning properly and that there are no safety hazards. Use a multimeter to test the voltage and current at various points in the electrical system to verify that it is operating within the specified parameters. Document all of the work that has been performed, including the date of the inspection, the name of the electrician, a description of the work performed, and any materials used. This documentation can be valuable for insurance claims, future maintenance, and documentation of code compliance. Provide the homeowner with a copy of the documentation and explain the importance of regular electrical maintenance to prevent future problems. Educating homeowners about electrical safety is crucial for preventing accidents and ensuring the long-term reliability of the electrical system. Homeowners should be advised to avoid overloading circuits, using extension cords improperly, and tampering with electrical components. They should also be instructed on how to recognize signs of electrical problems, such as flickering lights, sparking outlets, or tripped circuit breakers. Regular electrical inspections can help to identify potential problems before they become serious hazards. Homeowners should schedule an electrical inspection at least every 3 years, or more frequently if they have an older home or if they have experienced any electrical problems. In addition to these practical considerations, it is also important to address the psychological impact of storm damage on homeowners. Dealing with the aftermath of a storm can be stressful and overwhelming. Homeowners may be anxious about the safety of their home and family, and they may be unsure about how to navigate the insurance claims process. Electricians can play a valuable role in helping homeowners to cope with these challenges by providing clear and accurate information, offering support and reassurance, and helping them to connect with resources such as insurance adjusters and disaster relief organizations. By providing compassionate and professional service, electricians can help homeowners to restore their homes and their lives after a storm. When providing guidance to homeowners regarding insurance claims, advise them to contact their insurance company as soon as possible after the storm. Provide them with a detailed estimate of the cost of repairs, including the cost of materials and labor. Assist them in gathering documentation, such as photographs of the damage and receipts for expenses. Be prepared to answer questions from the insurance adjuster and to provide additional information as needed. Emphasize the importance of replacing submerged wiring to ensure the safety and reliability of the electrical system. Explain the potential long-term consequences of not replacing the wiring, such as electrical fires and electric shock. By working collaboratively with homeowners and insurance companies, electricians can help to ensure that storm-damaged electrical systems are properly repaired and that homeowners receive the compensation they deserve.